Hello everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're on Mission 3. It's called Destroyer of Ardor. We're playing Devil May Cry 1 on Dante Must Die difficulty. We're going to be having a boss battle with Phantom shortly. So what you want to do is interact with that right there and then go through this door. And it might take you until hard mode to actually get the wherewithal to be able to get the orb that I'll be getting presently, because kind of curiously the air hike with the Alice store, it's a $4,000 purchase that you have to make, and it takes a long time to get that much money when you're playing on normal. So by the time you actually get that much money on normal, you're well past this area, and then when you come back, it's not going to be there. So it's usually on hard that you can get this money, unless you're completely grinding for money. I detest this area down here. Really detest it. It is the location of Secret Mission 1, and that was a really challenging mission for me at first, but it's one of those things where if you don't know what to do, it's like you're at your wit's end, complaining and thinking to yourself that they're not explaining a goddamn thing to me. But that's the joy of making a guide like this. Like, I could tell you everything I possibly know, even though I'm not an expert, but I could tell you things that if I had heard them, if I had been playing this game and I was listening to my own guide, even though that couldn't be possible, like, it would minimize my frustration level so much. And that's one of my aims when I make a guide. Minimize the frustration that I went through so people don't have to do it and be frustrated down the line. But anyway, here's the Phantom boss fight. What you want to be doing on this guy is jumping attacks. I purposely did not buy the spinning vortex move, because that move is holding the triangle button down in Devil Trigger. But there would be so many times, like in a scenario like this, when I would be double jumping or even jumping, when I would be pressing the triangle button, but it's so sensitive on the controller that I would be doing the spinning vortex, which is, it's got a specific purpose, but it's pretty much useless for something like this. But what you want to be doing here is hitting his tail area, and if he can hit his face from the front, that's good too. But you basically just want to be hitting his tail, or coming down on the tail, or coming down on his on the center of his back, as much as you can really aim it. But you want to be in Devil Trigger, though. That will take more damage off of him, and this really wasn't the best representation of my skill level, but it was one of those things where I beat him and I didn't have to waste a yellow orb, so I just ran with it. Yeah, there are ways to get critical hits. If you get a really fine slice on his tail, it'll take away quite a lot, but even so, this is on the hardest difficulty, so they just don't give you too much, even with a critical. I mean, maybe there is some super expert way to do it, but I don't know of that way. Like, when I was playing normal and hard, I would be getting heavy critical hits on this guy, and here I'm hitting him in about the same places, and I don't get that much damage off of him, because on this difficulty the enemies just tank all your hits, and I think it's a little bit unfair. I just don't like that. I mean, it's fair in the sense that it prevents people from cheating and being spam happy. I guess that's good, but I just don't like the fact that enemies tank your hits. So I think after this fight, it's imperative that you go back out and get that blue orb. But if you already have it, you can just leave like I did.